Fair, spoiler-free reviews of the newest films. Vaughn on Movies.
Brought to you by Minute with Monty, the new YouTube channel from me, starring my dad, and it could use some subscribers. Hereafter comes from director Clint Eastwood and tells the story of three people who are haunted by mortality in different ways. Matt Damon stars as George, a blue-collar American who has a special connection to the afterlife. On the other side of the world, Marie-Cécile de France, a French journalist, has a near-death experience that shakes her reality. And when Marcus, Frankie and George McLaren, a London schoolboy, loses the person closest to him, he desperately needs answers. Each on a path in search of the truth, their lives will intersect, forever changed by what they believe might or must exist in the hereafter. Hereafter this point, this movie review is getting a little volatile.
The world's toughest movie critic.
Problem is they're splitting up three different narratives and uniting them at the end of the film. The rest of the movie is just boring. Well, okay, there was one part where Jay Moore got a pretty good little line in on the first red flag comes from the marketing campaign. You see the trailers, you see the TV spots, and you think this is a movie all about Matt Damon. Well, you guessed wrong. The truth is the Matt Damon story is the weakest of the group. I'd much rather watch The French Reporter or even The British Kid. I mean, they've got something a little bit more exciting going on, be it death or a tsunami. And by the way, that's a pretty good-looking tsunami scene, I do have to say. But what does Matt Damon's story offer? Well, he has to deal with cooking school and Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh yeah, you can consider this an open letter to Hollywood. Get rid of Bryce Dallas Howard. Looking at the last three movies I've seen her in, that'd be The Last Twilight, Terminator Salvation, and Spider-Man 3. Wow, we've got quite a resume going there, don't we? In all of those, she brings nothing to the table, and then she's the first one to land on Jay Leno and talk about her experience on the set. Yeah, you were really important in this movie, Bryce, in all of the 5 minutes of nothing you did while overly giggling. I wonder how she's getting any jobs at all. Nepotism much? I can imagine Opie kicking in the door to Clint Eastwood's office and saying, "Golly, mister, you just have to put my daughter in your film." And then Clint Eastwood should have taken her out back and beaten her. And before I give out my final score, I have to give a shout out to Zoe K for answering this week's Pop Quiz Hotshot Trivia question. Look for those on Twitter, Sundays, midnight Central Time. So what we have here is a very dull, boring, long-winded speech of a movie. Very little entertainment value. It starts off with its best scene, and it sure does go downhill from there. Sadly, the way this movie ends is how a lot of movies would have started. I have to give Hereafter 1.5 stars. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and if you got time for it, come into Wichita this weekend for the 8th annual Tallgrass Film Festival. I'm going to be introducing the Comedic Shorts program, so I'll see you there.